has just begun. The choices he has made, his bed is already laid, 'cause he's a dead man walking.
So the doors can open, like you basically are like just like pulling them apart. But it's just got just weak enough power that it's not like they're not forced shut. They're not locked shut or sealed. So Xander, what would you like to do?
Keep going to the room.
Okay. All right, move towards the examination room.
I think that's 2, correct?
That's one to move into this room, and then I'll say 2 to move into this kind of cryo area.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy, what are you gonna do? Do you have any more questions?
I'm not sure there's much more it really has control over here. It doesn't have any logs, it doesn't have any information, doesn't have any control, doesn't have any power, which, of course, it does. We know some things are missing, so maybe the crew got off okay. If this is a brand new turn, I guess I could go ahead and start moving.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna go ahead and, I want to get to that stairwell. I guess I have to kind of go around through the hallway, though.
Yep.
There we go. That's gonna be an air roll.
These symbols right here, by the way, are these symbols are, oh, that's the intercom. Where was it? These symbols, so this is the intercom symbol right here, but if it has an sorry, let me just direct you to it. This is the intercom symbol, but although it looks slightly different, oh no, those are just intercoms. These right here are escape pods. So while that symbol looks different, they don't just have 4 different intercoms in separate rooms.
Right, so that definitely looks like, so yeah, that's where all their escape shells will be, and they're all gone, according to the computer.
Yes, all of those are currently gone.
Oh, we could probably breach in through there, too. That's interesting. Okay. So, I've gone ahead and moved. I'm in the hallway, moving towards the stairwell.
All right, you're in the hallway. So, Xander, would you like to move again?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peek.
All right, so you peek through into this examination room, and the door opens, and it looks like a mess. In addition to, there being somewhat damage here, you see there's, like, it looks like everything in all the cupboards along the wall have been tossed through and thrown on the ground. As if it looks like someone had been, like, rooting through this room, searching for things.
If I can I take a turn to search the room, I guess you called it?
Yeah. You're looking through it. You're searching through the room, and you find where, like, I mean, whoever had this ship was labeling things. At least in your examination room, you have like medical supplies to do the examination on people as they're waking up from cryosleep. That stuff's all missing. You don't find, well, actually, I'll say you do find a little bit of dried blood on the deck of the floor as well.
Oh, damn.
Not from a major wound, it looks like, but it looks like little droplets of blood. Maybe someone cut themselves in this.
Can I look up to see if it's going from above?
It's dried and old, so you're not. I mean, you do look up, but there's nothing on the ceiling.
All right. No air ducts are like missing or any of that fun stuff.
Yep. There are no air ducts in this room.
Okay.
All right. So going on to Jimmy, what would you like to do? Oh, so Xander, roll your air supply roll.
I did already? Or is that a different one?
Oh yeah. So yeah, you did. So now you're down to 2 air supply. So
Yep.
then Jimmy.
I'm gonna go ahead and try going up the stairwell. So, at least one to get in here, and that's a second one to just go up the stairwell.
Yep. Or down, I
Or
think.
down. Yeah, that's. Uh, yeah, I have no idea which which floor is up or down right now.
I believe it goes from left to right. So the left one is the top order. Yeah, that is correct. Left. So A, B, C, and D deck.
Okay. So is that just lose one or lose two?
That would be lose 2.
Okay, well, I'm heading back then.
Yeah, maybe it's strenuous jogging down these stairs and you're leaking air. Xander, what would you like to do?
Do these suits have like we could talk to each other or no?
Yeah, they do have comm units.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna let Jimmy know what I saw in the room.
Well,
Okay.
makes sense that there may have been some kind of conflict or damage. I'm probably gonna have to head back up for some air. Keep an eye on yours. Don't let it run low.
Okay. In this room, is there anything of value that I could take with me, or has it already all the good stuff been looted?
It looks like everything here in this room has been looted.
All right.
Hmm.
In that case, I'm gonna look over here, just in this area,
All right.
and see.
You see, I mean, you just see a hallway with several side rooms for showers.
Oh, okay.
That's what you were looking at in here?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you just see what looks like, you know, it's a small hallway, with nothing unusual inside of it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna go back once I make
Okay.
my way back up to Jimmy.
All right. So make your move then.
He said
All
here's
right, and
right?
yep, to be 1 on 2. Get you all the way up there.
Okay.
Jimmy.
I'm heading back, so I'm going back down the stairs and into the hallway.
Okay. By the way, this air duct, do you see how it has that ladder? It is also a stairs to down to junction B1.
Oh, it is. Oh, well, that
Yeah.
might be convenient then. I'm gonna remember that on my next trip then.
An air supply roll from you, Jimmy. You got 1.
Yeah, got one. I think it
How
is a 1 and
lucky can
6,
you
right?
be?
Yeah.
Yep, just 1 and 6, so you're good.
It is
So the next
interesting.
turn,
The lower it goes, the longer it lasts.
I mean, it's kind of a, push you to the edge mechanic. So, and Xander, you've got 2 air, so you guys can both team back up on your ship, resupplying with air, going back in.
Alright. So let me go ahead, take my air, back to full. Well, this is gonna be a very slow and torturous journey, isn't it, Xander?
Hey, it's good exercise.
So in terms of our ability to get on and off this ship, last time Conrad was like flying around, but that was like without airtime or anything. They were just kind of before they introduced this mechanic, right?
Yeah.
So if we wanted to do similar, that would end up being air going around the ship, I imagine, right?
Yeah, that would be you like spacewalking.
Mm-hmm. That also sounds dangerous and probably would take us out for more air. Uh, I don't suppose there'd be any way to get the ship to give us back air. There are air scrubbers, but half of it is venting into space, and I don't think most of it lets you just, like, hook up like you're getting another soda here. Well,
You could try to get the air scrubbers online. It would. I mean, you wouldn't get perfect circulation of air, but I think you could refill your air on the ship.
That would be really good. What would that take?
You would need to get the power back on.
Right, which means making our way over to the reactor, which, I'm not sure where we get in there yet. I'd have to, like, go all the way over here. Yeah, we gotta get to Deck C here, which, climb the ladder, get through the control, get into the reactor, and then mess around with it, and then have enough air to fix it, and then enough air to get back. That doesn't sound easy or really that doable right now.
Well, you would know that you do have access to something that can turn on power.
What's that? The power tool?
Just Mother.
Oh,
Mother
okay.
you can tell Mother to turn on
Oh,
the
that's
power.
right. I think last time you were saying the reactor wasn't damaged, it was just off.
Yes.
So, you know what? I'll go ahead and spend a bit. I'll go ahead, return to Mother, and try to turn the power back on and get the air on.
So what you can tell, like, what command are you gonna give her? It's just like what's your first command?
Uh, reactor debug. Is there any problem with trying to turn it on?
Um, aside from aside from mechanically, the reactor relay controls are currently shot because they're no longer connected to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But you could, yeah, it says the reactor's fine. Awaiting command.
Start up reactor.
All right. It it starts, you like kind of hear a thrum of power, and the ship shakes a little bit, and slowly the lights start to come on.
Excellent. Check status air scrubbers.
It says the air scrubbers are operational.
Check status door control.
Operational.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hook up communication to Mother, and I will order to open doors in the future.
All right.
And once all that shenanigans is done, I'll go back to the umbilical, refill on air, and start exploring from there.
All right.
Alright, Xander, if you want to come with me, let's go ahead and head from here
So,
to...
are you trying to refill from this ship's air scrubbers or your ship's air scrubbers?
Right now, our ships. And
Okay.
then I'll try seeing what I can do from this ship's air scrubbers. The question is, where exactly would I refill?
That is what I am wondering. That's what I'm debating. I think that it would probably refill anywhere there is a like one of those an EVA suit storage. I assume they'd have a refill, a place to restock your air supply.
Excellent. Alright, so Xander, let's go back up. We're gonna go up this junction here to B1. I want you to go check out and see what the air is like over at the refill stations for the EVA suits here. And if those check out, we can start using them.
Okay.
So, Jimmy will go ahead and do his turn, where he'll go upstairs and then end up in the hallway, I believe. And roll some.
Okay. All right. So Xander, are you going down there with him?
Yes, I'm gonna do what he asked me to do.
All right.
I guess
So that'll be air supply rolls. Yeah, you guys are gonna be right. You're gonna be right about there.
Hmm.
You guys exiting out. Yeah, from here you guys can clearly see into these other rooms, the vestibule 1 and 2, and you see all the escape pods are currently missing. And it looks like all the doors to the EVA suits are also open.
Makes sense.
Air supply rolls, so you guys both lose a little bit of air. Xander, what would you like to do first?
Jimmy wanted me to look in here, right? In
Yes.
the
Oh.
immune suit. Then I'll go in here and do a search.
All right, so you're looking around. You see where there are the nozzles where you like hook back up your suit to basically link into the ship's supply and refill your air supply. There is not any. There is not any. There's not any like life support readings that say like what the air is coming off here. That would probably be likely in the life support monitor, or Mother could tell you.
All right. I'm gonna let him know, Jimmy know that we have to either go to the life support or back to Mother.
All right. Well, it's right up there, so just go ahead and open it up. Mother should be able to open the door for you now.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay.
I guess while I'm
What are
walking
you going
as
to
well,
do?
I'm probably asking Mother like, which areas she could perhaps selectively close off and repressurize or depressurize. That sounds like something that Mother could be capable of doing.
Yeah, she could. I mean, she can basically shut all the doors.
Hmm. So, won't be asking her immediately, but it may become important. I think last time I heard that some areas were actually still pressurized.
Yeah, not a lot of area. Mainly like isolated rooms
Hmm.
are pressurized still. But at this point, almost nothing on A deck is pressurized except for the kind of Mother area. B deck
Right.
is kind of a crapshoot since this hole right here in vestibule 2, and there's no real sealant. There's no doors in this area. The
Oh,
bridge is
yeah.
clearly compromised.
Yep.
The air scrubber shaft is pressurized.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the stairwells maybe could be pressurized.
Well,
They
actually,
have...
I don't think the air scrubber shaft would be pressurized because there's all these holes in the air ducts, and those
Yeah.
would lead to the air scrubber shaft.
Yeah, ultimately, this is a large mechanical question that is not very simple, is it?
No.
So, I'll go ahead and ask selectively, and if you ever think that it's possible, I might take you up on the offer. But I'll head to Vestibule 1.
All right. This room is stripped almost bare with the emergency evac vehicles missing, or not the escape pods missing. However, you see the room is rather clean except for a splatter of dried milky white spray on the wall. And lying on the ground towards this corner right here, you see a rifle laying on the ground.
Ooh, alright. Well, I was going to check out the closets here, too, but I'm definitely going to search this room. I guess the question is, do
Okay.
those closets count in the search, too?
So you're searching through each one of the closets, and I mean, this is specifically the armory right here that you'd look through. This room itself is the room that's fairly clean, except for the spray of milky white substance. These closets are both rather empty, but this one has it looks like a reload for like a case of shotgun shells,
Mm-hmm.
So 1 reload of shotgun shells and 1 reload for this rifle laying on the ground.
All right, 1 reload. Uh, do so much lag. Shotgun shells, 1 reload, rifle, and a rifle. Any details of the rifle?
Yes. So it is a Wayland Storm rifle. It's got stats like the M41A pulse rifle, but it's heavy. So a heavy item counts as 2 regular items on your character sheet.
All right, making that note. It is heavy, but hey, I can carry it home. Uh, and this is probably also a reasonable time to ask, guns in space. How does this system feel about that?
What do you mean by that?
Usually guns propel themselves with an explosion that presumes that you're in an atmosphere full of oxygen. We're not. Are the guns, do they have their own internalized oxygen supplies or other measures? Are they electronic firing now, or what's going on?
Well, let me check the gear section to see if it has any specific description, but I think it kind of goes, you can shoot it.
Okay, if
Um,
it's perfect line with just shooting stuff, then I'll just go ahead and load it up and say I got a rifle now. I'll just haul it around with me. Uh,
um,
but given all that, that's a full turn for me over there.
yeah, I don't think it has any actual qualifications or any requirements to be in oxygen.
Okay,
Oh,
space magic. That's fine.
yeah, space magic is what I would call it.
They have a problem
Um,
and they solved it somehow.
I don't think there's any scenes where they're actually shooting weapons in zero atmospheric locations in any of the Aliens movies.
Usually not very often they have guns.
That's true. Yeah, I don't. I think you can just shoot it. I'm not gonna worry too much.
Alright, sounds good. I'm good with that. Uh, so I guess, Cody, what's Xander gonna do next?
Cody, yeah. What do you want to do next, Xander?
Go up to the one ship I have to go to.
The life support monitor. Get jiggy with it. Move yourself up there.
Is that 2 or am I overstepping?
Oh yeah, you're fine. So see how there's these dotted lines in this room? So like the dotted lines right here. So like this area, this is all one area, looks like.
Yeah, it's one
And
big
then
room.
this is a second area, and this is a third area in terms of zones, I believe.
So I could directly go right to the life support, right?
Yep, you can go straight to it.
All
You
right.
see on all the windows that are still there, you see the blast shutters are currently down. And there's soot on the ceiling, and several of the consoles around the room are burnt out and destroyed.
Oh damn.
The life support system, you kind of like tap it and it fizzes for a second, and it's kind of got it's got a reading of like several different decks, and it's got like oxygen errors on several locations, and you're kind of like, obviously we've got holes in the ship heading out to space, and you you see some of the areas where there is oxygen. You see there's a monitor flashing, and you check it out, and it says the carbon dioxide content is high.
That's bad.
And so you kind of you cycle through, you hit a few buttons, beep boop. It says that the air scrubbers require maintenance. Specifically, the carbon filters in the oxygen generating system must be replaced.
Damn. I'll let Jimmy know the interesting news.
Well, I know we got some. I know we need them on our ship. I don't think we got any spares. Maybe there's some extra in storage. I'm gonna keep looking.
I think you're close to storage, right?
Yep, gonna hop over there, and then I guess we're gonna head back home for some air.
You could
Okay.
also you could also clean the air scrubbers as a thing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and Xander, you would know that as the roughneck of the ship, you would know that.
Can I do that from here or no?
You cannot do that from here. You would have to get into the air scrubbers
Oh, manual.
shaft.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the good question is, where is the access for that? It's not on A, B, or C, or D.
Gotta go in the chutes.
That seems to
Yeah,
be the
if you
case.
right here, it looks like there's access.
Yeah, I guess it's just like right next to the intercom panel is all.
Yeah, or from this stairwell, you got to climb in and get into the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
This will be fun.
What would you guys like to do? So, Xander, you've discovered that. Jimmy, you found this storm rifle.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm holding on to it with pride right now. It's like, yeah, just like I never actually got to shoot, because I'm a pilot. I want to go ahead and check out these storage bins over here. So I guess head into this hallway and then search. And I guess that might include the water closet over there. Depends on how we're gonna do this.
Yep.
Divide and
Yeah,
conquer.
you can hook over there. You can hop over there and start searching through it. The storage and the water. What did I write down for this?
I'll hit some air real quick just so I know. No air for this turn. Good, good.
You guys are doing good. And so inside the storage, you find various. See, this is ABC. Have to put multiple storage rooms on here, so I got to make sure.
Yeah. Deck B across from the armory.
Deck B storage units. These storage units are empty. Yep, these storage units are empty.
Well, it was worth a check.
Yeah, I mean you see, I mean not fully empty. You see various like old supplies and tools, but nothing that
Nothing useful.
jumps out. Yeah, nothing that valuable. Just a lot of mundane things. This is where they kept all their Kleenex.
Hey, I think Max needs another box of this. Or take it all back with us.
Do they got toilet paper in there too? No.
No, that's what the water closet's for. I guess anything
Okay.
important in there?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, no old toothbrushes. Can't resell those on the market.
No Clorox wipes and no toilet paper.
So I
Damn.
think that's all for my turn then.
All right. So Xander, what are you going to do? You're hustling down to join him.
I'm going to the water closet.
All right. You find that it has been, like you open it up and you see the vacuum of space, and you see most of the room has probably been sucked out of there and destroyed.
You could technically peek around the corner there and look at the mess hall.
Yeah.
I'll do that too.
You're going to spacewalk around into the mess hall?
I'm not that crazy.
So you peek into the water closet. You see it's mostly gone. You look into the mess hall. I mean, most of it's just been sheared off. So you see just ruined metal and kind of the edge of the ship itself, where it looks like it, whatever happened, just like ripped pieces of metal off. So it's just open to space. You see several like cups, like a real stale biscuit floating past you.
With me being a rubberneck, can I make an assumption of what could have did this damage?
Impacts with a giant rock.
Yeah, I'll give you a -2 on a heavy machinery check, but roll away. So you're looking it over. I mean, it seems like part of the ship just kind of like ripped itself off. Um, it could have been the engines, because you know that the two engines on that right side of the ship are missing. But there is that giant asteroid, so it could have been a collision with that. Um, you don't know for sure. You haven't seen any definite evidence of anything. Um, it's rather unusual for weapons fire, though. But you don't know anything for certain.
And there was no survivors because if pods are missing, you know what I mean? Was there like, were they rescued or anything like that, or we don't even know that?
You don't know yet. That's what you're trying to find out. Jimmy, what would you like to do?
That's a good question. I'm thinking that I probably just want to go ahead and refresh my air, so I'm going to start making my way back downtown. And then I'll go
You're
ahead
going to
and
go
head
back all the way
look.
back to your ship?
Yeah.
All right.
Or at least start heading that way, so I'm good right now.
Xander, what would you like to do?
Going to the living area.
All right. Move on down. So that's we'll say that's one zone. So if you'd like to keep moving, you can. This area, while open to space, it obviously is exactly what it says it was, a living area. You see where there's like the tables that are on this side had you see some cards floating in the air and some cups, but nothing out of the ordinary. You see where it looks like a lot of useful things have been spaced.
Would that be considered one zone, or can I move one more?
Yeah, you can move one more if you'd like.
There's the captain's quarters right there.
I'll go to the captain's quarters.
Where is that you're trying to go?
The captain's quarters?
As in right here?
Yes.
Or yeah, you could try to go in there. The captain's quarters are right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this door is locked.
Get out my torch.
All right. Fire it up. So your power supply flutters a little bit.
I'm fine with that.
All right. But roll an air supply roll as well.
Oh, okay.
So you're down to one air, but you've cut your way into the captain's chamber. You kick it or pull it open, and you step in, and maybe if you've ever been in the captain's quarters of your own ship, it looks somewhat similar. There's a bed, there's a desk, there's an assortment of various personal items. You see what looks like a comb. You see a small trophy that looks like a man with a large ball in one hand, doing some sort of almost like runner's pose, but they've got the ball held way back behind them, almost if they're getting ready to roll it forward. That's what you see just glancing inside of it.
I'll do a search.
All right. So you start searching through this room. You're looking through, and you find, like you're searching through the desk, and you don't find anything. But then you're searching through it, and maybe you even like sit on the bed and start looking around, and you feel something like in the pillow, and you reach under and you pull out a small leather notebook,
Ooh.
and it looks to be like you kind of flip it open. It appears to be some sort of log. I need you to roll air supply. Yeah, 1 dice. All right, Jimmy.
Oh, I thought he already rolled air supply to get in there. Oh well.
That was his air supply for the for moving into the living area and then cutting the door open.
Got it. All right.
His
well,
next turn was going in and searching through.
I believe I'm home free. Regardless of air roll, I don't think I can lose 3 in a row, so I just go home and I start recharging.
All right.
And we'll just give that a couple minutes.
All right. Since it's 5 to 10 minutes, we'll say it takes another turn or two to get done, or like a full turn to refresh all your air.
Yeah.
Xander, you found this log. What do you want to do?
Time to get air.
All right.
But I am taking that statue. That is cool.
All right.
Meanwhile, I can just imagine Jimmy going like, "Get in some air, Xander. Remember to keep an eye on yours." Xander looks down at his and it's almost empty. He's like, "Oh shit."
Yes, that's exactly what happened. I'm looking at the book, and then I hear you in my head. I'm like, look down. Oh crap!
All right. So it's going to take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get back to air.
Question.
So that'll be 3 turns. So.
All right. Is there any like run mechanic or sprint mechanic or any of that fun stuff? Or
let me check. I think you could do that, but then that'll count as strenuous activity, which might force more rolls. I'm not sure. I'm not sure is the best answer I can give you right now.
then I'll just roll what I have to roll for my air.
All right. So the first air supply roll, as you hustle back. I'll say it'll only take 2 air supply rolls because normally the turn of movement is you trying to like search, like not like search, but generally like looking around. So
not stumble straight into open holes or anything.
Right.
Yeah, and this is you moving directly with purpose. So 1 more air supply roll. So your air supply is like blinking red as you start to get into it, and you see just as you get back, you see Jimmy's like topped off his air supply and he's getting ready to leave.
And I'm just running.
Yeah. I imagine I'm even like calling Max over on the intercom. It's like, "Max, hey Max, I need to talk to you."
I just double in.
All right, Max, you've been hailed on the intercom. Well, your intercom's not working, so how are you hailing that?
I'm just like stepping back onto the ship and just yelling.
So, and maybe you can even communicate. You could call.
Oh yeah, I
using
got
your
the
comm
comm,
unit. You could
and I can like call up Conrad
Conrad
and say like, "Hey, is he up there?" It's like, gosh, I told Max not to move.
Cue to me sitting in the med bay reading like pamphlets. I hear this shouting, and I lean back and I hit the lock button on the door.
Max, where'd you get off to?
I can only imagine that Conrad probably answers and he goes, "Oh yeah, Max is right here with me," trying to cover for Max, and probably starts looking for him too.
Oh, that's
Arm
great.
around, sack of potatoes.
Yeah, I've got him right here.
Well, all right. You just listen up, Max. Looks like we might get the air scrubbers up on, and I know we got 2 extra spare suits. And I know Conrad's gonna be sitting up there, and you're probably just bored out of your mind. So once we get the air scrubbers back up and we can refill on the ship, We could head out there together if you want. It could be a bit of adventure. Everything seems safe enough. Well, I mean, if you don't want to say anything back, that's okay. I know how you are, Max. But well, once I get it going, I'll go ahead and give you another call. I just want to see if I could get you excited for some fun, for some family time. And just all falling on completely deaf ears.
Well, no,
Nobody's here.
I mean to be fair, potatoes do have ears.
Conrad gets to feel real bad. And yeah, I'll just go ahead, head back to the airlock, and I'll wait for Xander to get back, and we can head out together again.
Just wondering, by the way, how long's their exploration of the ship taken so far?
Like an hour.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or well, I should just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm counting air supply rolls. Been about
23
about
days.
an hour. Yeah, 28 days. Yeah, it's been about a little over an hour.
There's a time anomaly on the other ship. All right.
Is there anything
no,
you want to be doing specifically, Max, while they're doing this for an hour?
Yes, I've committed myself to the most boring thing I could possibly be doing. Training for a talent increase. I have no idea how long their adventure is going to take.
What,
and I have no idea what the future holds, so that's why I'm reading
talent
these.
are you training, if you don't mind sharing with us
Oh
all?
shit, I have said it 100 times and I've forgotten now that you've asked me.
Is it
Beneath notice.
Yeah.
Beneath notice, which is why I'm reading these pamphlets in the med bay or whatever we've got.
Avoiding your father and you. An instructional guide.
Actually, no, that's a different skill or talent that I will be training in. You think I'm joking? That is a talent, though, and I will be training in it. I've just chosen this one first, and 24 hours. I've chosen the most boring timeline.
Perfect.
All
so
right.
Before we go too far in the future, I gotta ask. So, Deck D, how do I actually get down there? I mean, assuming everything was working correctly, I don't know exactly which thing connects to what here.
The elevators.
I just have a quick question about your special suit, by the way. Magnetic boots, yes or no?
Probably. We've been stomping around this whole time. And I think the other space... it was covered last time, for sure. That's how...
I'm just wondering, because
that's
literally
how we
you could
flying
walk...
off into space.
Well, I mean, literally, if you had them, you just walk along the outside of the ship and access any point that has a hole in it.
Yeah. So what are supposed to be the, squares? Are those ramps?
What do you mean by that?
The squares with the triangles on them. They're actually not on the key.
Can you ping them for me?
Yeah.
You mean the hat?
Oh, I think those are landing gear, I believe.
Oh, okay. That explains why there's 4 equilateral ones. Okay. So...
Yeah, I think those are the landing gear struts.
Yeah, that's weird. That isn't on the key, the legend.
It does not say it has magnetic boots.
We did kind of do it last time, but I guess at this point I'm probably saying, Mother, turn the gravity on. Mother, what's the status of the elevators?
It's on the legend on the bottom of C. I think it's C deck. It's on the bottom side. There's a whole different legend.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so they split it up.
Oh, those are airlocks.
Oh, cool. Yeah, ladder.
Oh, those are
access.
probably like the vehicle airlocks to allow. Well, I guess this is the airlock to let to like raise and lower vehicles. Those are probably those small airlocks that like lower down to the ground. So when the ship has landed, they can get out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask Mother, status of the elevators. Is this one here, furthest left, accessible and working?
Yes.
Alright. So, Xander, I have my plan. I'm gonna go to
Uh-huh.
where Conrad said that there was a bunch of supplies, and I'm gonna haul that back up.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably have Mother turn the gravity off so I can just push it along, cause it's probably very heavy. But while that's happening, I think you can go down to C deck and check their storage, and that should be a very safe distance to go.
Okay. Okay.
So that's my recommendation. Just keep on trucking. Oh, actually, you needed to fix the air scrubbers first.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know what you gotta do.
I do the scrubbers.
All right.
He thinks it'll take much longer than a single turn. He thinks it'll take probably an entire shift of work to clean the air scrubbers.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I can get the important stuff back on the ship, then I could spend a shift just repairing some stuff for us. And that'll probably be good. Then we can just make it the rest of the way home. We can just deal with it while we're back on the colony and just not have to worry about a single thing. So, Jimmy's gonna go ahead, do 2 to get here, and do some air.
All right, so you're running over there.
Yeah. Accidentally click
Does our
back
ship
twice.
air last forever?
Yeah, because you have air scrubbers.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. It's getting scrubbed, and we're just
No,
refilling.
I'm saying our ship's air. We're not like a submarine or something where we have to go to like a planet to refill our own air. Does it last
no,
forever?
I don't believe so. Although I think effectively it works like indefinitely.
Mhm.
But I think when you do get back to like ports, I think, or like spaceports, I think you do like refill on it's actually water. Because it's like the way the air scrubbers are, they're huge shafts filled with water, and there's like submerged rods. It's through electrical currents. Electrosis is what it's doing
Are you
specifically.
getting that confused with a fusion reactor or a fission reactor?
No.
Do you think I'm a radioactive particle? What do you?
No, it's
What do you think is going on here?
yeah, it's electrosis. That is, an electrical current is channeled through submerged water, through submerged rods, and applied to the water, causing the separation of hydrogen and oxygen.
No, sir. I think I'll keep my hair.
So yeah, it can be dangerous to be in there when the power is on.
All right, so Xander, what's your move gonna be?
I heard what you wanted me to do, and I respect that, but I got a binder. I want to look.
I mean, you could just do
All
that
right.
back on the ship easily enough. So.
He
Well,
wants
I-
to do it on this other ship where he can choke
Yeah.
out. The reading's so
Yeah.
good. All right, so you're going to be reading through that.
Yes, I will be staying on our ship reading it,
Yeah. Okay.
and
So-
then they're gonna stay in the airlock bay reading it.
All right, so you're reading through that. While you're doing that, Jimmy, you're tracking over there to the elevator.
That's right. So
All right,
that's
you
gonna be 2 to get to the elevator, and then gonna take it down. Which I think
All right.
should take me all the way down to the deck I want to be on.
yeah. So you take it. You're going all the way down to the vehicle bay.
Yep, that's the idea.
All right, so you get all the way down there. You can move yourself over to the vehicle bay if you'd like.
Yeah, it's just taking a little while because everything's just a little bit latency heavy.
All right.
And then I'll go ahead and roll for air. Hey.
Oh, make sure to
Oh.
decrease your dice first by 2, and then roll.
Well, the last time I accidentally pressed it twice is what happened.
Oh yeah, I see how you did it. Oh yeah, I see what happened. So you're down to 3 air. You made it down to deck D, the vehicle bay.
Yeah. And I believe last time
I mean,
it was-
this chamber is enormous, and you can see where there's like old boxes and crates. Maybe there's a tire even, kind of like bouncing around. and it's all open to the vacuum of space.
Yeah, I don't think the shuttle was here either, was it?
Uh, you don't know if they had a shuttle or not, but you do not see a shuttle now.
Yeah, that's more the main
Um,
point. If there is one now, doesn't matter. So, if this is all the same area, I would like
You
to...
do see there is actually an ATV that is
Ooh.
like crumpled into this corner right here, where it looks like whenever the ship was jostling, it wasn't secured, and it's kind of like pinned itself in the corner.
Very nice.
Yeah. Looking up, you can see like the catwalk and the loading crane above you on deck C. And deep shadows are cast everywhere, even though the lights are still functioning. There's lots of places to hide around here.
Ooh, yeah. Well, with a nice comfy view of space, Jimmy's taking a nice walk over to the vehicle parts storage, and, he's gonna start trying to, he's gonna turn off the gravity, load some parts up, and then try to take them back to the elevator.
Right. So it looks like this room has a lot of vehicle parts, but they would be vehicle parts. So they wouldn't be
Oh.
pieces that could help repair your ship. But if you had a vehicle, then it could repair that.
Okay.
If you guys are going to want to get ship parts from this, then you guys are going to have to use your salvage crane on your ship and literally just like spend a little bit of time, probably a few days, and just
Digging
tear
at
the
it.
ship apart. Yeah.
Yeah, and if we're
Like,
gonna
you'd
do
literally
that, we
just
may
be
as
like,
well also
yeah.
just head home in the process.
Yeah, and so if you guys chose to do that, then you'd basically stop exploring and you'd just convert the entire ship into
Into
machine
scrap.
parts and into scrap.
Right. But there's a lot of stuff that seems pretty valuable here, so it's probably best to just try to take it all away first.
Yep.
So, I'm still gonna go ahead and loot this. I'm here. And, I can check out the other stuff later.
Okay.
So, yeah. So like I said, plan is gravity off, push heavy vehicle parts, all the way back to the elevator, and then take it back up.
All right. So you will say you can just ferry that back in and out.
Mhm.
While you're doing that, Xander, you're looking through this notebook. The notebook says I mean, it's a captain's log. It seems to be written in somewhat shorthand. It seems to be describing this ship's journey. Like kind of, it looks like they were prospecting for valuable asteroids. Is what it looks like, and it looks like they weren't having a lot of luck. They're starting to get a little bit desperate, and then on the last log, it says, "We've hit the payload. We found it's not just a single score. This asteroid could be enough to make us all rich. We just have to try to get it back to a system where we can mine it for ourselves and claim it. We're gonna rig it with some of our ship's engines. We're gonna take it with us." And that's the last log.
These idiots.
Hey guys, I have a great idea. What if we attach the salvage crane to the asteroid and...
Oh my god. I'm going to get on the aircom. Hey Jimmy.
Yeah? It's Jimmy.
Yo, never guess what I just saw.
What'd you see?
I
Space
got
rats?
I wish. I just got a log from the captain's chamber depicting what they were doing. They were trying to bring an asteroid with them. I guess to mine or whatever.
Well, if they think it's valuable, it might actually be valuable. We should probably try taking that with us. I guess that
But
means
they're
we're probably
the
gonna scrap
ship.
the ship here then.
Well, that ship might happen to us than our ship. I don't think that's a safe bet. Look what happened to their ship, you know?
Well, I guess it's probably important to ask, why the hell did their ship blow up? They're at
My
least
guess,
semi-professionals.
my guess is maybe the asteroid hit their ship or shenanigans or what have you.
Well, I say we go ahead and finish up our business with the ship first, then decide if we're gonna scrap it or take it with us, or the asteroid. Because if there's money to be made and we could just take it home and mine it, that's a big win for the colony, honestly.
Oh yeah, we just want to be alive when we do this.
Yeah, I like being alive. It's great. No
Yeah.
foreshadowing there at all.
I mean, just think of your son, right? He will miss you terribly.
I'm not sure if that's actually true sometimes. So
So
Jimmy's gonna go ahead and finish up his score here, I think.
one thing to note is when you guys pulled up to the asteroid, you did see that the asteroid had started to break up behind the ship. So that's one thing that's going on. Also, we're about at the halfway point, so let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll get back into it.
All right, I'll go get some water.
All right, sounds good.